coming. I hope the press is going to cover it fairly, because nobody gets crowds like this. They want to see our country be great again. It's very simple. They want to see our country be great. I've been. So Trump's got what, like 91 cases against this man? I mean, and he is still going strong, regardless of the number of cases and allegations against this man. He is still going strong. But I want to share with you guys some breaking news. Trump's lawyer is holding no punches. Alina Habba, she is literally going in here, folks. In fact, loyalty is on full display. So first off, Alina Habba, she's kind of like, super proud to be Trump's lawyer. And it's a really big deal for her. So let's just put it like this. She is not shy about saying it. She's all in. She's 100%. Let me show you exactly what she said today. Check this out. She just came out of court now. She just got out of court. This is Alina Habba here.
No. I'm glad you asked me that question. No, I'm not having any second thoughts about representing President Trump. It is the proudest thing I could ever do. What I am having second thoughts about is the license that I stand here with that the people in there are supposed to have. I have not spoken because I respect my ethics while I'm on trial. But let me now speak about what has happened. I have sat on trial after trial for months in this state, the state of New York. Attorney General Letitia James, and now this. Weeks. Why? Because President Trump is leading in the polls, and now we see what you get in New York. So don't get it twisted, whoever asked me that question. I am so.
Wow. So she's getting real. So this is Alina Habba. She's getting real about her struggles with the system. She's got some serious beef with how things are going down in the New York court system. All right. And it's kind of like she's saying, look, I play by the rules, but what's happening here, it's just not cool. So she's really questioning the fairness and the ethics of what she's seeing in court.
So proud to stand with President Trump, but I am not proud to stand with what I saw in that courtroom. I'm not finished. Let me just finish and I'll take questions, please.
Ooh.
Before I walked into court, that judge decided that every single defense President Trump had, we were not allowed to raise in front of the jury. It is in writing, and I encourage the journalists, the real journalists, to take the minute to look at his orders. There was no proof. And I couldn't prove that she didn't bring in the dress. There was no DNA. There was no expert. My experts were denied. Two of them were denied to come in.
Wow. Hang on, guys. So basically, Alina is feeling a little bit sidelined by the judge. Okay. So Habba's she's very upset about the judge not letting her bring up certain defenses to be able to use her expert witnesses. I mean, like, who does that? They're expert witnesses. It is pertinent to the case. It doesn't make any sense, guys. It's kind of like she's playing a game where the rules just kind of keep changing, but the rules are not changing in her favor. And basically, they're looking at the fact that, hey, they're in New York City. It's a blue state. Donald Trump, they're not having it.
They didn't let me bring up that Reid Hoffman funded Miss Kaplan. And you know what we got in there? That my witness, who was her friend, who said that she is a drug addict and the drug addict is herself. That friend, I found out in there, was paid for by Miss Kaplan's firm, and that is disgusting. That is a violation of everything I stand for, and that is why I stand with Trump.
Wow.
And that is why so many Americans are so proud that he is running again and so excited to run to the ballot box. But don't get it twisted. We are seeing a violation of our justice system. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not allowed to be stripped of every defense that you have.
Yeah. I mean, let me know, guys. Let me know. Is this fair? Is Trump getting a fair trial? Is Alina Habba getting a fair opportunity to represent her client, Donald Trump? You guys let me know in the comments down below. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the content, do hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I mean, and
throwing shade to the other side, she's calling out some sketchy stuff that she thinks is going on here. I mean, like, witnesses getting paid off. Seriously, guys, witnesses getting paid off. This is live TV here, right? She's talking about witnesses getting paid off. This is a huge accusation here, but she's not holding back. So, I'm just kind of putting this out here.
You are not allowed to be told that you can't bring it up. And imagine a point where a judge tells the lawyer, before your client, the former president of the United States, the leading candidate and obvious nominee for the Republican Party, before he takes the stand to defend himself, Ms. Habba, tell me the questions you're going to ask in open court and tell me exactly what he's going to respond. And
Wait. So basically, that's kind of like, if you're playing football, hey, I want to see all your game plans and tell me exactly how you're going to execute before you execute. Really? Like, what is this that we got going on here, right? They're mixing politics and courtrooms. Like, she's tying the legal troubles to Trump's political situation and then suggesting that because he's doing well in the polls, he's getting a harder time in court. And this is pretty much what we're seeing here. It's like she's saying that the legal issues and the politics are somehow all tangled up, guys. So and think about it. This is the former president of the United States. Can you imagine if they're treating Trump this way, how you or I would be treated in the courtroom? Like, this is unbelievable. Like, is this really the justice system?
then edited my questions, edited the response he was allowed to give. And guess what my client did? He took the stand. He abided by the rules of this corrupt system that I have seen. We will immediately appeal. We will set aside that ridiculous jury. And I just want to remind you all of one thing. I will continue with President Trump to fight for everybody's First Amendment right to speak.
First Amendment right to speech, standing up for free speech and defense rights. So, Habba's big on defending First Amendment rights and the right to a fair defense. And she is very adamant, if you if you hadn't noticed, she's very adamant about, everyone having the chance to speak up and to be able to defend themselves, especially when they feel wronged. And she is literally just exploding on the sidewalk to these live TV cameras right outside the courtroom here. I cannot wait to see her behavior and her countermeasures when she goes back into court.
Everybody's a right to defend themselves when they are wrongfully accused and to be able to say, I didn't do it. And to double and triple and quadruple down and say, this is wrong. This is wrong. But we are in the state of New York. We are in a New York jury, and that is why we are seeing these witch hunts, these hoaxes, as he calls them. And this is another one of them. Be brought in New York, in states where they know they will get juries like this. It will not deter us.
Wow. Welcome to the Big Apple, folks. Welcome. How many of y'all from New York, or how many of you guys from New York? Are you watching from New York? Like, what is going on? Like, is this normal up there? Like, unbelievable. So, future plans and keeping the fight alive, even though they're not necessarily winning right now, Elaine is talking about appealing and continuing this fight. So, she's not about to throw in the towel at all. She's very proud to be able to represent Trump. Anyway, so basically Trump's role and public image, Habba really is painting Trump as someone who is not afraid to stand up and fight. We already know this, right? Someone who's facing the system head on, and they don't like it. They don't like when people go against the grain here, and this is exactly what we're seeing. She's projecting the image of Donald Trump as a fighter, not just for himself, but for others too. And like I said, if they're pulling this mess on Donald Trump, can you imagine if me or you or your kids or your family members were up in court without any kind of significant notoriety, like being the former president of the United States? You know what I'm saying? Wild.
Fighting, and I assure you, we didn't win today, but we will. Record that was made in there, and the behavior I saw in there, some of which was reported widely today, gave us the most perfect record on appeal. And even if I needed it, which I don't, we were stripped of every defense, every single defense before we walked in there. And
Wow.
I'm proud to stand with President Trump because he showed up, He stood up, he took the stand, and he faced this judge. And you know what? I'll continue to do so with him. Yes.
Ms. Habba, is the former
Of course, I've spoken with the president.
Ms. Habba, is the former president scared now of the consequences of his actions?
The former president does not live his life in fear, as you've seen every single day. The former president and probably future president will continue to fight for
Ooh,
Americans. Thank you
future
very much,
president.
everybody.
Whoa, she talking smack. Layla talking smack. I bet you those are red bottoms. She got them Christian. I bet you those are red bottom shoes she got on. She got them Christian Louboutins coming up in the courtroom like a boss. So basically, in a nutshell, Alina Habba, she's standing her ground. She's fighting for what she believes in and really just kind of throwing herself into this legal and political battleground. So she's frustrated with the system, but again, she says she's not going back down. And, she's got a job to do, and I think she's doing it. Would you hire Alina Habba to represent you? I think she's going to have a full book after this court case with Trump. If she didn't already, I'm pretty sure she did. But it's kind of like she's in this intense, high stakes game, and she's planning on winning. So more to come. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, subscribe, check out my previous videos, give this video a like and thumbs up, and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Take care.